Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people.
The scenario we're going to be playing today is called Recon. It is number 8 from the Steamroller 2015 scenario pack. There is no kill box. You need 5 points to win. You get 1 for controlling the zone, 2 for dominating, but you can't do either of those to destroy the enemy objective. That is worth 1. And then there are also the flags that can also be dominated for 1 point. Hey there guys, this is me, Malorian, and this will be the 4th and final game of the Steamroller tournament. At this point here, I'm 2-1, and so I really want to win this one, so I end up 3-1, and then hopefully get some solid points for the Alberta War Machine Invitational. Now, this opponent here will be Kyle. He's actually a local guy, but because we are from opposite sides of the city, we never see each other, and so it'll be our first time playing against each other. In this one here, he was playing Crix, and so with Crix, I definitely can't be dropping my siphon list with the wreckers. You know, he just destroy all those wreckers. So I had to go with Thexus, but that's actually okay because I really want to see what Thexus can do. I've kind of gained a new reimpassioned love for Thexus, and I want to see if Thexus can actually get the work done. Now this one here, I'm going to be up against Skarre. So there'll be lots and lots of guys, and they're going to hit really hard, and they're going to hit all the time, and we're just going to see how this goes. Now, for this one, I won the initiative, which is really big, and what I plan to do is basically walk up, let him come to me, and then try and spray him down. I'm actually going to be not going for jam. It's going to be stay back and try and kill things off. But there's a lot of guys. You know, there is there's 6 units of infantry here, and so it can be a little bit dangerous. So on my first turn, I go up the best I can. Yeah, with this, I mean, he kind of put me on this side of the table here with all the water. Not really the best. I mean, Thexus doesn't care because he can kind of go through. But otherwise, I mathed it out and I made sure I moved my press gangers where they're safe. He doesn't have the solo, so he can't get desperate pace. So I'm pretty good where I am. I do put out deceleration just because, you know, there is like the odd gun in his army he could fire. Probably won't. But otherwise, I'm just kind of like trying to TK up a few things and really getting ready for him to try and come in. And again, in case you forget, this is a tier 4, so my slavers will be coming from the flanks. So on his turn, he goes and he comes up here. He kind of looks at it, knows that he won't be in range with his raiders. They just run up to engage. His little Skarlock does the ritual sacrifice, so he kills off one of his little mechanothrall type things in the back, and next turn he'll get an extra 6 focus, so that'll be pretty good for him. Otherwise, everything is kind of holding back. They're kind of just staying at that point where they'll be in charge range, and he wants me to come to him. However, I think he's fallen right into what I need to happen. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go up, I'm going to pop feet, I'm going to pull them together, group them together, and spray the hell out of them. You know, theoretically, this is what's supposed to happen. I have never actually tested Cephalux against Crix, so I don't know how well this is work, but it has to be devastating. If I'm going to do this, I have to really decimate the Bane Knights, otherwise he'll have all these vengeance attacks and all these big return, and then for the mechanothrall units, if I can wipe them out, that'll be great, because then he can't actually bring any of these guys back. So I'm just going to have to try and kill as much as I can, and like stay in the middle where I could be wasting a lot of sprays trying to kill off these raiders. I'll need to go up and make sure they're being put to more use, killing the stuff far away. So on my turn then, turn 2, I get to bring on my reserves. So I'm going to have 1 unit come from over here, and so of course they're going to help kill off some mechanothralls. And on the other side, I'm going to bring my other unit. Now again, I got this little annoying wall over here that's going to kind of limit my charges, but still, I really feel that they'll be able to give me a lot of help killing off the mechanothralls I can get to, and then maybe kill off a few of these witches as well that I just don't have the sprays to finish off. And so this is what it looks like after feat. So really crappy picture, but you can kind of see how I kind of group things together. I pushed the raiders away and together, and then from what I could, moved either stuff to the sides or together so I can go for massive sprays. So really crappy picture, but I want you to look at this and now look at the difference to the next picture. Holy crap, was that super effective. This is Pokemon. It'd be saying super effective all over this. I mean, wow, just getting up there. I made sure to get Alexia up there first so that before I start killing off the witches, I could be getting all those corpses. But wow, the one unit of the overlords I had in the middle, they went up. They did most of the work against the raiders in the front. Then the press gangers really did the rest. Otherwise, all the mind benders and the other overlords on the right, and then also getting some work out of from some agitators, they just went up there and just sprayed the hell out of him, and he was in shock. Like, my opponent was like, wow, that was crazy. And luckily, Kyle's a great guy. Like, some people seeing this would be completely on tilt. They would just be like, yeah, whatever, I give up. But he was like, wow, like he was saying with a smile, like, I just did not see that coming. So it was really great that, you know, for my part, I was like, yeah, this is awesome. And yet at the same time, I could kind of almost like share that with my opponent because both of us were in awe of what just happened. So clearly he has lost a lot. He does not have a good shot here for assassination because I'm camping my full 8 and I have a lot of guys in the way. I could have probably got a little bit more guys in the way. I think he could have get a few charges onto me, but it really won't be enough. And so really he's going to do his best to do attrition, but we both understood that the game was probably decided right now. So otherwise, he comes back and he does his best to try and kill off whatever he can, really trying to make sure to kill off those overlords, going after agitators wherever he can, and also because the Stitch Thralls are still alive, boosting up the Mechano Thralls on either flank to really keep them going as well. Otherwise, Skarre had a bajillion focus, so she got to come up there and, you know, do Dark Guidance, but not much else, because he's also trying to keep his caster alive, hoping for a good turn later, but he does feat now, so he takes a full 5 damage, and now all of his troops around him got +5 armor and +5 strength, so, you know, they're doing lots of work. He did another ritual sacrifice, and next turn I think he's getting 3 focus, I don't know, but it's more of a normal one, but yeah, basically I lost a lot of guys, and now I'm just going to look to try and clear them out. So on my turn, I get, look at all my Risen coming in now and stuff like this. I go and start trying to kill these guys, and I probably spend way more time than I should have. You know, his armor was really high. One of the things I was going to try and do is use Alexia to unhorse his Derek Wraith there and try and make sure I can get that going. But then when I realized the +5 armor and what a big deal that is, I realized I was really kind of wasting my time. So that's one of the things that was bad about the last turn, is that there was a lot of rolls. There was a lot of rolls to go through. So otherwise, I really was trying to pick out some of the Stitch Thralls, or sorry, the Necrosurgeons, to make sure that there won't be any more recursion. But yeah, this turn was kind of just me trying to do stuff, realizing it wasn't going to work out that well, and then passing the turn. So on his turn, he comes back and he does a little bit more work on me. Skarre's trying to get up there and be a little bit more aggressive. He actually walked into a trap where he walked up and he cast Dark Guidance, and because he was in range of Alexia, he just lost all of his focus. It was pretty bad. Otherwise, he really tried to kill off Alexia, but because she's with the Dominator, she is tough, and he was cranking me for huge damage, so I just kept on just taking the tough rolls and making them. So I got pretty dang lucky there. Something else I should mention that happened after my big turn is that he forgot to bring up his 2 Helldivers. So the way the Helldivers work is they bury down and you put in a token, and then I think it's in the maintenance phase, they pop back up and all this fun stuff, and he forgot to do it. And I was like, whoa, that's no problem. Go ahead, you can do it now. I mean, it's no skin off my back. Nothing has changed. But he really wanted to force that against himself. You know, especially in this game where he knows he was in a bad situation anyway, he might as well try and force himself to remember later by just saying, nope, they're dead, I screwed up. So totally up to him. You know, I was totally willing to let him have it. But if you're wondering where his jacks went, that's where. So otherwise, he does kill a few more things, not really getting too much done, but what I really need to happen now is I need to get an end game to this. So I am running out of time. I'm down to like 15 minutes now, and I need to find a way where I'm going to win this. Now, I do have Skarre right in front of me, and she does not have any focus. So what I could do is I could come over here, I could TK her around, I could go and agitate, and I could get a record to her back. But even then, I'm not really sure I could actually finish it off. You know, a little bit of bad luck or something, and I'm just really down a lot of focus, and it could be bad. So after doing some measurements, what I'm just going to do is try and finish off these Bane Knights, finish off a few of the key troops, run over, charge over to the other flag there on the right. I have to do a TK and then a charge to get there, and then jam everything else out and just start scoring on that right flag. I should also be able to bring back my slavers on the left to try and go after the objective as well, to try and get another point, but that's my main thing. Get to that right flag, start scoring, because I need this game to end. So that's what I kind of do. I get in there. I'm not even making a lot of attacks. I'm just running in, trying to clear off. Like, there was one necrosurgeon on the left I had to kill off the rest of the guys over there. Made sure the Bane Knights go away the best I could. And then otherwise, yeah, run over to the right flag, get 1 point, and then pass the clock. So on his turn, he does his best to try and come back at me, but he really is stuck at this point. So what he does then is just try to shoot at me and do some magic to me. So, I mean, like, Derek Wraith has a magic, and then Skarre has some magic, and I was just camping too much for it to happen. Actually, this is after his turn and after my next turn, so he does do a little bit of damage to me, but nothing super serious. Otherwise, I fully camp. I go to the other side of the flag. So on my turn, I had scored one. On his turn, he didn't contest, so I scored another. On my turn here, which is the following one, I'm just contesting again, or controlling again, or dominating again. And so now I'm up to 3. And yeah, I mean, at this point here, I am down on time. I'm like down to 5 minutes or something, but I just don't care. He can't really get anything to my flag, and if he doesn't pull off like a super assassination, I've got this. So he does his best. He tries to go for a Skarre, going for an assassination, but otherwise, yeah, he doesn't have the super crazy hot dice. Doesn't happen, and I survive, so I dominate on his turn, and on my turn, I kind of like moonwalk backwards and TK myself back to the flag, and I control for 5 control points and get to the win. And wow, what a crazy game this was. You know, going into this, not really wondering how the matchup works, and just seeing how awesome it came off. Now, he did talk about after that there was a couple of things he could have done. On the one turn when he was coming in before my feat, he could have feated defensively. He doesn't really need his feat for the offensive part, for the +5 strength, but if he was +5 armor everywhere, my sprays wouldn't have really done that much. So that's one thing he could have done. Of course, if he saw what was going to happen, he could have spaced out a little bit more. But that's the thing about my feat, is that I just get to move everything 2 inches, so I get to kind of bulk you back together again. But yeah, it was a great learning experience for my opponent. He had fun. I had lots of fun and getting to actually see how this works. And I ended the whole tournament with 3 wins and 1 losses like I wanted, and was really, really happy. So I'm gonna have another video coming up after this now, where I would do like a recap and, you know, where I actually fell and placement and stuff like that. But there you go. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later. Bye. Hey there, if you liked watching this video, please go down and give it a like down below you here. And if you have any concerns or questions or comments, please put those in the comment section as well. You know, the best way for me to give you what you want to see is if you tell me what you like seeing and what you don't like seeing. So otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.